Hey everybody, how is it going? Um, I'm about an hour and a half out from my Social Security physical. I have a lung disease. I have a bunch of mental health issues. My blood pressure's through the roof. My legs are all swollen now. I've been in and out of the hospital for my mental health issues a lot the last couple of years. I'm right making this video because 2 weeks ago, I did my mental health evaluation. Now, Social Security uses this company, IMA. Now, this was the strangest mental health evaluation I have ever fucking been a part of. Now, mind you, I've been in and out of mental institutions a lot the last couple of years. I've had a lot of mental health issues. I've had a lot of mental health evaluations. But this one takes the fucking cake, boy. This is a mental health evaluation that I don't even think was for my mental health. I think it had more to do with my cognitive skill and my memory. This is how and I'm not joking about this. This lady didn't even tell me her credentials, right? I don't know if she was a nurse, therapist, or just a fucking office worker. I have no fucking clue. I just know from the time I walked in there, that lady wanted to get out of there. She was all smiles on her faces, and I was just like, I can't stand the people that seem too fucking happy all the time. I just want to fucking choke them. Now, first thing she asks, was there any history with mental health and addiction in your family and in your life? And obviously, yes. Dude, what the fuck are you doing driving idle speed? Fucking people are fucking stupid. Anyway, this is how the mental health evaluation went. This is the fucking strangest mental health evaluation I have ever fucking heard of. I've known several people that have gotten disability recently on mental health issues, and they barely have any fucking problems. I don't know how people are getting approved, but this is the way the I went in. She asked if there's any family history of mental illness and addiction in my family, right? A lot of things that she left out. All my other evaluations, every single one, 3 questions were asked, normally first. She asked how I was feeling at that particular time, and I told her, I said, I feel like fucking strangling people all the fucking time and just fucking cutting their goddamn heads off. And she looked at me with a fucking smile, like, right there, I was like. Then she asked me about the family history of addiction and mental health issues. Never asked about health issues. She never asked me about my childhood. She never asked me about if I had children. She never asked me what my relationship with my family was. How can you do a mental health evaluation and not ask those 3 questions? Right? Now, this is the fucked up part. She says, now I'm going to say 3 words to you. I want you to say them back to me. She said the 3 words. I still fucking remember. It was ball, tree, and cat. Then she says, count backwards from 100 by sevens. Okay, so I counted down to like 60 something. And she says, okay, now I'm going to say a series of numbers to you. They're going to get longer, and I want you to read them backwards to me. Okay, I think by the time we got to 8 digits, my memory was getting lost, which I think is probably better than most people, which I guess is a fucking mistake. I don't know. But, so I say all these numbers and everything. Then she says, what were those 3 words I told you to remember? Obviously, ball, tree, and cat. That was it. That was it. Like I said, nothing about my childhood, nothing about my relationship with my family, nothing about if mom and dad are still alive or are they dead. Do I have kids of my own? Like I said, what kind of relationship did you have with your family growing up? Were you abused? None of this. How can you do a mental health evaluation, not ask about somebody's upbringing and ask about their family, other than the addiction and mental health problems? This is nuts. I am trying to, I told my lawyer, like, they just don't, like, they're not obviously going to be worried about that. But what I'm saying is how is Social Security getting away with this? That is not a mental health evaluation. Like, she never asked me what all my diagnoses were. No, none of it. How can you do a mental health evaluation that way? Now I'm also going to say this. My caseworker at Social Security and every doctor I have seen in this whole ordeal has been condescending to me. Right now, I'm living in my car because I'm fucking homeless because I can't hold a job. My disabilities have led to me being fucking homeless. They think I'm applying for disability because I'm homeless. And they're looking for any fucking thing to deny me. Now, I have silicosis, a disease I contracted from cutting stone for 24 years. I worked in stone quarries, breathing all of that dust. Anybody who works as a brick mason, concrete, works in anything to do with stone where they have stone dust. Silicosis is the main thing they're worried about. If you don't work in the mining industry, you never fucking heard of it. Another thing that is against me in my case. The fact that nobody's ever heard of this fucking disease outside of, stone people. But it's lethal. Right? I was diagnosed like 4 years ago now. The prognosis was probably 20 years. I've already felt it getting worse. You can hear it in some of my videos. I just don't understand how Social Security is going to do a mental health evaluation and not ask if I have children, not ask what my relationship was like with my family, and not ask if my parents are still alive or not. I don't understand how you can do a mental health evaluation. And I wanted to know what the evaluation was. They wouldn't tell me. Now, something's not right here. I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, high blood pressure, borderline personality disorder, intermittent explosive disorder, the silicosis, COPD. Now I have all these fucking aches and pains. My legs are swollen from the knees down. Everything is just going to shit. And now I literally have a terminal illness. Social Security doesn't care. Now, what I don't understand is I know so many people. I know a guy who just got approved, right? He's same age as me, 50. I just turned 50. 6 months ago, this guy got approved for disability. Now, he ran his own construction company, right? He currently still does construction work. On his house, on other people's houses. He still gets paid by people as a contractor, right? This guy and his wife, and this is not a fucking lie, I know these people personally, I know their best friend. They concocted a fucking scam because they're the kind of people who are ultra jealous. He cheated on her once, and now she's so terrified he's going to cheat again. So she came up with this fucking idea of getting him on disability so he would not have any possibility of being around other women. 46 and 50 years old, that fucking childish. You want to know something? It fucking worked. All he got was, now this is the messed up part. I'm on my 4th month with a terminal illness. He applied with it's a little rage issue. Now, I haven't gotten a denial or anything yet. Excuse me. This guy had a denial within 2 months. He had his appeal in, and he got his first check within his 4th or 5th month, I think it was. He was already getting paid. Now, they're completely committing fraud. All this guy did, and I'm sorry, I don't buy this. I have threatened to kill doctors, and they've never fast-tracked my fucking disability like they did his. He was on a video call with his therapist. He got pissed off and he flipped the table. Supposedly his doctor fast-tracked his disability. Meanwhile, he's out on people's roofs. He's doing fucking windows. He's doing siding. He's doing decks. He races his fucking side-by-side, which they just wrecked. Almost killed his fucking wife doing it. He shoots fucking guns. He rides motorcycles. He builds fucking cars in his garage. How can somebody do all of that and be considered disabled? Meanwhile, I have a terminal illness that I'm going to die in less than like 15 years probably now. And you guys just keep fighting me every step of the way. I don't understand. Even with my lawyer now, it took me 3 years to find a lawyer with my all my problems. I have like 5 legitimate disabilities. You know, individually, they're all considered a disability, and one is terminal. And the lady at Social Security, I found a part-time job. I called in to report it. She's all fucking, oh, so that means you're going to be withdrawing your disability application, right? So fucking condescending. So fucking condescending, like they're getting off on denying people. Which she probably is. She's probably one of those bitches who doesn't have any fucking kids and is taking everything out on everybody else, like all them scumbags that work in CPS. Taking people's kids on a fucking phone call with absolutely no fucking proof. I'm trying to turn this fucking guy in, but I don't know his social security number, and believe it or not, you have to know somebody's social security number to turn them in for fraud. That doesn't make any sense. But this is what I'm saying. I know tons of females over the years that just cried they were depressed. Now, 20 years ago, when bipolar was a new fucking thing, everybody was getting disability for it. My ex-girlfriend, right out of prison. Yeah, I know. You don't date girls in fucking prison. I met this girl in the local county jail, and then she ended up getting sent upstate. And no joke, she wasn't off parole 6 months before she was getting her first check. I've seen so many people, a lot of women, do the depression thing, the fucking bipolar thing, and like they're getting it like no fucking problem. I have my credits in. I've had my 40 credits in for over a decade, and they're fighting me left and right. I know so many people committing fraud, but they're going to deny me and my terminal illness? What the fuck is going on? And you motherfuckers wonder why. I don't understand how people can go on mass shootings. Well, when you're fucked with your entire fucking life like I've been. You know, my dad died before I was even born. So I was already fucked. Then I was born into a racist fucking white and Puerto Rican family, and none of them wanted anything to fucking do with me. Yeah, Puerto Ricans are racist as fuck. But then my mom married another guy who used to beat the fuck out of us all the time. So then I developed PTSD and fucking anxiety and depression. Then I started drinking and fucking smoking weed, and that led into addiction. You know, like the opiate addicts, they can get disability once they go into treatment. Fucked up, isn't it? Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? They chose that, just like all the fat people. You chose to eat all that shit. You don't deserve disability for that. I don't give a this is ridiculous that I am fucking dying, right? And I've seen all these people with all these self-imposed conditions. They literally did it to themselves and they get approved? Yeah, don't be surprised you see my fucking face in fucking on the news next, fucking gunning a bunch of fucking people down. Because I am about fucking tired of this shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't. I'm dying already. This is one of the reasons why Social Security should consider giving me my fucking disability before maybe I hunt that goddamn caseworker down and slice her fucking throat. I've had it. I've been getting denied everything. Everything. Even healthcare coverage. I thought in America, like if you were poor and shit, you were supposed to be able to go on the fucking state. Listen to the game that the fucking state plays with me. All right. I apply for medical coverage. I get it. Then, like 2 months later, it gets cut off because supposedly they sent me a piece of paper. I was supposed to go for an in-person interview somewhere. They never sent me that interview. Never. It's not the first time they fucking done it either. The state, Social Security, all of them, they play games with the fucking mail. They will send something out today wanting it back tomorrow, knowing that you can't possibly get it, but they do it on purpose. They fucking do it on purpose. And I'm tired of it. Right? Like I said, I've been fucked with my whole fucking life, and I'm not going to take much fucking more. I get denied disability with a goddamn terminal illness I contracted while working. It's not like I'm one of these fat fucks who just sat around eating all fucking day. But they get approved. Doesn't make any fucking sense. They did that to themselves, like the heroin addicts and everybody else. That is all self-inflicted. They did it to themselves consciously. They should not be rewarded with disability for that. But the more of this shit I fucking see, the more pissed off I fucking get. And eventually, the wrong motherfucker's gonna cross me. And you'll see my fucking face on the news next.